So, hi Swapnil, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Hi, Kushal. Thank you.
Congratulations on scoring 99.46 percentile in CAT 2020.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Firstly, can you tell us about your preparation journey when you started preparing and all that?
So I started my preparation around like late August, in the month of late August. So I joined, like initially I joined the CrackU test series, uh,
Okay,
like mock test series, and post that around like after giving 10 to 12 sectional mocks, each in each section, LRDI, Quant, and VARC, and 10 to 12 full mocks. I decided to buy the video series as well, like.
okay,
Uh, to get through with the concepts which were missing, which I identified during the mocks. I graduated in 2018 from IIT Kharagpur.
okay,
I did my
great.
bachelor's in electronics communication engineering, and then I joined Flipkart as a software developer. And then after 2 years working at Flipkart, then I joined Dunzo as a senior software developer
Okay,
last year in June. And then around the month of August, I thought that July or August, it was always in my mind that I'll give CAT this year because I wanted to switch my domain, like profile from software development to like explore more areas like finance or consulting or product management or something like that. So I
okay.
thought that KMBA will be a right fit for me, right next step for me. So I thought that this year I'll appear for CAT. And around August, I started my preparation by giving mocks and then continued doing so.
Right, so you were working and you gave CAT in 2020. So, how did you manage time? Like, how many hours were you able to allot for CAT preparation?
So during the weekdays, it was like it was very hectic because after the working hours, I was also working as a mentor for college graduates for
Oh, okay.
software, kind of guiding them for software development roles. So my day used to end at like 12:30 in the night. So uh, like it was hectic during the weekdays, and so I thought that I like planned my preparation around the weekends, mostly around the weekends. That I'll give a mock and then like watch the video lectures or watch the solution videos for them, and then like kind of prepare my strategy according to that.
Great. So, can you tell us how many mocks you gave and how many hours of analysis you did?
So like in total I gave around 20 to 25 mocks,
Okay.
25 mocks or 25 to 30 mocks, I'll say, like across platforms. And like whatever mocks I used to analyze them over the weekdays. Like whatever time I got spared, like during the office hours or the later halves. So like I used to analyze the questions, especially the ones in which I took time or which I couldn't solve or which I got it wrong.
Right. So, can you tell us what was your any weakest section and what was your strategy in that section?
So my weakest section will be VARC.
Okay.
Like, actually, I had the habit of skimming through the content, and skimming through the content during reading comprehension. I don't think that is the best idea to best way to read a comprehension, because like if you miss something while skimming, then and if the question comes up in the comprehension, then again you have to read that, and
Right.
like the time management was not proper, I would say. What I did was like there were cracky videos of Saili ma'am over YouTube. I watched those, and like so she was kind of demonstrating the chain of thoughts, and summarizing each of the paragraphs, and then writing in a way of manner of chain of thoughts.
Right.
So I started practicing that, like. And also in the meantime, I thought that I will start reading newspapers. So I bought a subscription of the Hindu for the like for from August to December. So I used to read editorials over there, and followed the same strategy over in the VARC section to like also the elimination techniques which were discussed. That was also very helpful. So in short, these were the strategies which I developed and which I followed for VARC section.
Right. So, since VRC was a weak section, like what you did when you were stuck between two options in an RC?
So yeah, there was a video on that in CrackU video lectures. So there is a video of RC having close options. Like there's a video titled that. So in that, so it was given that divide the sentence into three parts or four parts and analyze each of the part, that whether it is right or wrong, like whether it is different strategies, whether it is out of the context, whether it is factually right, or like, so that helped me differentiating between the two options. Like that strategy helped me in generalizing these type of questions.
Right. So can you tell us about your strategy you followed in LRDI and Quant?
So LRDI and Quant actually, like being from an engineering background, Quant was like not much of an issue. Still, I like went through the like notes, study notes which were given, and like it was like all the formulas were there. So I just went through them once and practiced in during the mocks and the sectionals that these type of questions might come, and that was enough for Quant. And for LRDI, I just watched the video lectures for different type of questions and then solved it during the like mocks.
Right. So can you tell us what are some of the biggest mistakes you've done during your CAT preparation and what did you learn from them?
So biggest mistake would be like, so there is this thing like if you are not able to solve a question, so it's a time based exam.
Right.
You have to like solve more and more question rather than taking it up on your ego and not solving. Like if this question is not getting solved, then sticking to the same question for a longer period of time was one issue, which I was consistently doing over the period of mocks. So I thought that solving difficult questions is the way, like will be the right way to go forward, but it wasn't. So that was an issue. That was something which I realized over time, that this is something which I have to overcome. That if I'm stuck somewhere, then I have to move forward rather than thinking about that question again and again.
Great. So can you tell us how was it on the CAT day? What surprises did CAT through and how were you prepared for that?
So then, like I mentioned, the mistakes which I was discussing, like which I identified as a mistake, and I did the same mistake during the exam, like
Okay.
because it was sort of in my habit to do that. So regarding the CAT exam, the number of questions like were more or less same in all the mocks which I had practiced earlier. VARC section was a bit lengthier. I was in slot 2, so the VARC section was a bit lengthier over there. And like the TTA questions were easy, but RCs were lengthy, and some of them completely, what would I say? Like it was tough to comprehend them in one go. Like especially one RC was there, which was completely um, weird, I would say. And then after, like I had practiced like in CrackU sectionals, there were like 23 questions or 24 questions, and in the actual exam it was 26 or 27 questions in VARC section, 26 questions.
Okay.
So and also the paragraphs were lengthy, but the level of difficulty were more or less the same. And then in the LRDI section was completely a surprise, because like we had been practicing a 4 question set, but in the paper it was 3 4 set questions and 2 6 question set.
Right.
So that was a surprise, and I solved one 6 question set, and then after that I went for a 4 question set, and in there I made a silly mistake, and again the mistake which I identified, I took it up on my ego and then continued solving that, consumed a lot of time, and it was at the end it was not even correct. And this followed up, like disappointed at my LRDI at that point of time, so I was not and that feeling carried forward to the quant section. So initially in the first 10 minutes when I was doing the quant section, I was worried that my LRDI wasn't up to the mark, and my percentile might go down because of that. So whatever, like, so that feeling carried forward, and in the first 10 minutes, I was like, I solved around 5 questions, and 3 were silly mistakes. Like when I checked the answer key later onward,
Okay.
and after that, I thought that I have to shrug it off. The feeling has needs to be shrugged off, otherwise my whole paper will go terrible.
Right.
So after that, there were some easy questions, and after solving the easy questions, I gained some confidence back and was able to attempt around 20 or 21 questions in the quant section.
Right. So can you tell us what was that one most important thing that actually helped you improve your scores in any section?
I'll say mocks,
Okay.
and more importantly, the analysis of the mocks. We need to identify our mistakes, like what kind of mistakes which we do during the like during when we are attempting the questions, when we are attempting the sections, we need to understand, like, if I'm not able to identify between two close options, then I have to read that set of questions. If I'm not able to comprehend the LRDI set, then I have to understand which set I have to leave. And similarly in the quant section, you have to solve most as many questions as you can during the time frame. So getting stuck, to develop a strategy over mocks is the most essential thing which I felt.
Great. So finally, are there any tips that you want to give the future CAT aspirants?
Like the only thing I would say is, like, treat each section as different test. Like, don't carry forward baggages from the previous sets, because at the end of the day, like, if your total marks are good, then sectional, like, even if some sectional goes to 85 percentile or 90 percentile, the other two can manage. Like, if even if you like don't perform well in one of the sections, you can perform well in the rest of the sections. Training yourself, training your mind to treat all the sections as separate is one thing which I would say, like, advice to the future CAT aspirants.
Great. So thank you so much, Swapnil. It was great having you here. Yeah, thanks for your time.